Okay, handlebars. Back on the KLR 650. We're gonna go ahead and take those off. And we got some Tusk Chubb bars here. These are off of a previous bike, so pay no mind to some of the scratches, but I'm not gonna spend 45 bucks on new ones when I got a pair here. And also some 2-inch Rocks risers. We're gonna go ahead and put those babies on. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and tear into taking this off. First thing I'm gonna do is pop the mirrors off. There goes my bars. I'm glad they weren't new. If they were new, they'd be all screwed up. If you didn't want them to stay there, they'd stay there for 6 hours. There, bang it off your windshield. Just keep smacking it off your windshield. One mirror off. Second one off. Just keep smacking it on your windshield. Turn your handlebar. If you just turn your handlebar a little bit, you don't got to smack it off your windshield instead of being an idiot. Okay. Got those off. Now, hand guards. Looks like a 10mm on top bolt with a 10mm on the bottom. And I should have that somewhere right out handy. Would be real nice if I had it right out real handy for me to use. Instead of buried and I gotta look for it. Okay, so that's a small little bolt. Right there, it just went popping out. So apparently, this is separate. Push this down on stud, something. Get it. Okay. I don't know if you can see, there's like a stud sticking down there. Kind of got all this gargantuan shit here. So I'm guessing I will have to get, if I want to get rid of this, I'm going to have to get my own nut and bolt there or something. I'm just going to thread this nut back on. In case for some ungodly reason I would ever put those elephant ears back on. Okay, and while I'm here, I'm gonna take this bar end off. Everything on this bike is so freaking torqued, it's ridiculous. Oh, wow. Torqued and Loctited like a son of a bitch. Good Lord. Jeez. Wow. It'd be a lot easier if you had a ratchet with an Allen bit, which I do, but I'm not getting it. Okay, you can see the Loctite on there. These weigh about a pound. Okay. Now on this side, The perch has 8mm. On this side, it's got Allen bolts. Why they would put 8mm on one side and Allen heads on the other, I have no idea. So I'll get the perch off. These are Phillips screwdriver right here. And there's a little clip right here that needs pried out. There's a little hole in the handlebar here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pop that out. I'll get a little pair of pliers, but I'm going to go ahead and get this off right now. Then what I'll do is I'm not going to bore you with me taking the other side off, because it's basically the same thing. You got a perch, a switch with Phillips, and the 10 millimeter down in the hand guard, and of course the weight on the end. Get these loose. I have no idea why they would put, they must have run out of the same screws on the assembly line. Because why you would put an Allen hex head in one side. Okay, perch off. And we got Phillips in here, so let's get a Phillips screwdriver. Got every drawer on the toolbox open. That's how we do it around here. Just get in, let everything open. Okay, and we got Phillips, 2 Phillips. I'm gonna see if I can just crack this in half, or if it's safer for me to slide it off. Of course, I gotta get the grip. I don't have to get the grip off. Two. See what we got here. Okay, of course, we have trying to see what's going on here. There's like this little sensor hickey and stuff. Okay. How do you go back together? Ah, like that. Okay. So there we go. That side's done. I just got to pull this little clamp out. Look at that big, god-awful weld there on those handlebars. That's just hideous. And of course, I'll take the bars loose here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move over there, pop that stuff off, and I'll kind of come back when I'm getting ready to put the risers in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the, got the bars off. You can see everything off. I'm going to go ahead and put these risers on. You just take your original clamp. Get it started. They just have this big nub and you slide in. Just slide it in there once your clamp is. These are a little goofy to tighten because you're right over top of them. And you know which way to put them because you got your rocks right there sticking out. And these risers are 2-inch, so hopefully we have enough cable length to work with them. If not, I'm screwed. So we shall see. Now these chub bars, of course, will not have the holes in them. You have little nipples on the inside of your switch casing that need to go in little holes that were in the factory bar. So I'm going to try to drill those in the correct spot and not take the nipples off. I'm going to try. Oh wait, I'm going to slide. Oh, you know what? Well, I'm going to clamp this on real quick because then I got to try to measure where the throttle nipple goes. And I'm going to have to probably loosen these back up to slide the throttle tube back on. Take them back off. It'd be so nice if you always had what you needed in your hand. Not right. Nope, not it. Yippee! I gotta kind of see where I'm at with these bars. I would like them right about there. Something like that. Okay. Hopefully we're okay. Feels like we'll be okay. The only thing we're going to run into, that I'm going to run into a problem with is, I think, is when I put hand guards on here. I ran into it one time before on my 06 KLR. When you put the hand guards on and you turn, sometimes they come up and hit this with the risers on. And I mean, I got to have those on there. So maybe I'll check them out. Okay, I marked my spot here for the little hole for the nipple that's down in the switch casing. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that. I got a 1/8 inch bit in here first. You might want to cover, if you're worried about your plastics, maybe put something over them. May have not been the sharpest bit. These bars are pretty thick. Good Lord. Finally. Got the big bit. If you have a good drill bit, these are going to go right through. As you can maybe guess, my drill bits suck. Yippee. Now, I have aluminum all over the place. I'm going to blow that off. Would definitely be best to cover it up. Should be pretty good. I'm using these grips again because I don't even have to cut the end out. They were already cut out because I'll be putting hand guards on. I mean, it's tilted up a little bit, but it's not too bad. I probably could have went with the whole little bit more that way. So now I got to go over here. I'm going to do the same to the other side, mark it, drill it, and go ahead and get that done, and I'll be back. Okay, now I'm going to tighten this up on here. Got the other hole drilled. Got to blow off my mess here. That aluminum drilling makes a freaking mess. Okay. So I can get this one up on here. Try to find the hole. Put some fur on it if you have to. Where in God's name is the hole? I see it right there, and right there's the nipple. There we go. Don't be shy. And like I said, it's so tough to get these holes in the right place to where your controls are exactly like they were from the factory. I mean, sometimes you just got to kind of roll with it. I mean, you can definitely cut the nipples off because these bars had no nipples. They were on a DRZ 400, and I had cut the nipples off of the DRZ 400, and these things actually stayed good. I mean, they were clamped on the bar nice. I just worry about the throttle side. I don't like to cut that nipple off because I don't want my throttle tube slipping. Yeah, I don't know how I messed up the measuring on the other side. I really don't. I mean, there's that grip. I don't know. I don't know. But I bitched it up somehow. Okay. I'm not tightening those up completely yet because I still have to fit up hand guards. Still have no idea why they would put hex on one, 8mm on the other. Okay. Maybe I will give these a crank just so I can check everything. All right, I got to see where I'm at here fit-wise. Oh. That's probably about where I would like it. As long as we have handguard clearance. If we don't have handguard clearance, then I'm going to have to... When you tighten your clamps, you always want to have equal space. You want to tighten them down equal, not crank one down and then do the other one. I'm still gonna, I'll give them another crank after I okay. Well, that's that. All I gotta do is put the grip on. Get this grip glued on right here. And then we're good to go. I mean, I'll go over everything, make sure it's tightened up. I'm not putting these mirrors back on. I'm gonna put the ball in here for a double take. So I'll have a double take mirror on. And the next thing I'll have to do, and what I'm gonna do here, these are those little clips. I'm not drilling holes for those. I'm just gonna get a zip tie, put a zip tie on both sides to hold that wire up. Like, subscribe. Remember, hop on this old fat pig. Get on, get on her and get outside and ride her hard.